So you're thinking of moving to the St. George, Utah area. In this video, we're going to use Google Maps to take a tour of Santa Clara, Utah, which is right next to St. George. And if you stick around until the end, I'm going to share with you my favorite place to stop and get food for the family when I'm running out of time and need to try to stick to my budget. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything about living in the St. George, Utah area, make sure to subscribe and tap the bell for notifications so you're the first to know what's happening in the St. George, Utah area. Hi, my name is Shari Harris and I'm with Fathom Realty. We get phone calls and emails every day from people just like you who are thinking about moving to the St. George, Utah area, and we absolutely love it. Whether you're planning on moving next week, next month, or next year, give us a call, send us a text or an email, and we would love to help you make a smooth move to the St. George area. Our contact information is in the description below. As I mentioned, we're going to use Google Maps to go on a tour of Santa Clara. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen now. All right, here we are on Google Maps, looking at Santa Clara City is what we have outlined here. You'll have over here is St. George. So we're just bordering St. George. You honestly don't even know that you've crossed over into a different city. In fact, I know there was a car accident on, this is Sunset here, and it becomes Santa Clara Drive as you enter Santa Clara. Anyway, there was a car accident around here and we had the Santa Clara and the St. George police there because they were trying to figure out like where it actually like happened, who was his jurisdiction it was, I guess you would say. But anyway, so you really don't know that you've, unless you pay attention to signs, that you're now in Santa Clara. And over here we have Ivins, another small town. So I'd like to show you, let's start with Old Highway 91, which is also, so Sunset here, then it's Santa Clara Drive, and it's the Old Highway 91. So if we kind of back out a bit, this is the I-15, a major interstate that goes all the way from San Diego in California up to Montana by the Canada border. There's exits all along here. There's a couple of them you can take to head on over to Santa Clara. And if you take I-15 and head this way, you're into Arizona and then Nevada. And this is where you would go to Las Vegas. So if we're headed back from being like Las Vegas or California and we're headed home, we will often take this exit here, Littlefield Beaver Dam area. So you take this exit here, blocking, instead of taking I-15, this is the gorge here. Sometimes the traffic gets backed up here. It's pretty narrow. You can kind of see that on the map, there's some mountains. If there's an accident or a car breaks down, traffic is a mess. So, and it's also, according to the GPS, even when traffic's flowing, it's faster depending on where you're going into Santa Clara or going to Ivins to take this exit here, take Old Highway 91. Yeah, I'm not the best at tracing, but anyway, you go all the way out here and then it starts to curve back here. And as you're driving, it's just beautiful, the mountains. And then as you get up in here, you start to see the red rock and you're just coming home. It's beautiful. So that is one way to avoid the traffic jam here and cut off some time and just get a beautiful drive in there. So Santa Clara has some vacation rentals on this main road here, as well as up here we have some more vacation rentals. So it is zoned very specific in Santa Clara where you can have vacation rentals. So you won't find your next door neighbor is a vacation rental unless you live in a specific zone where it is allowed. As you come from St. George into Santa Clara, this road, it kind of drops down into this area that's got a very small town feel. They've got this cute in Santa Clara in there. Close to that is their city hall, which is just a fascinating, beautiful building. And it has a clock tower that opens and these figurines come out and move, these moving figurines. And they actually change the clothes on them according to the season. So I think that opens every hour. So that's cool to see. There's also a big grassy field across the street from City Hall that sometimes we have our city events, like our Swiss days, where they'll have booths, vendors out there for some shopping. At Christmas time, they light the big tree that's in that grassy field, and it's absolutely beautiful. And they do kind of a Swiss tradition, Christmas and Advent windows and stuff. So holding on to some like just old traditions that they brought when they came to this area to settle it. So as you're going along here, there is a fruit market, Fry's Fruit Market, that's open spring, summer, fall. They have great produce. And then kind of across the street from them is Rylu's. Restaurant is across the street, and then there's just some other businesses. Some of them used to be homes, and now they're businesses. There's a church and and some historic buildings, such as the Jacob Hamblin home that's over here. It's fun. You can go there and have a tour and learn kind of about the people who settled this area and why they came here. And there's a wonderful trail by the Jacob Hamblin home that kind of goes along Highway 91. And it goes up to the cemetery. So I've taken my kids to the Jacob Hamblin home, learned about the people. Jacob Hamblin's wife, Rachel, died while he was away. And so she is buried in the cemetery. So we'll go like find where she's buried and stuff. So it's sometimes fun to learn a little bit about the history of the area. There are lots of trails on kind of either side of this area. There are petroglyphs over here, which is no longer in Santa Clara, but it's not so far off. And these lines here are different trails, and then the river that runs through here. Sometimes this river is super low, dry, hardly there, but it has flooded. And another historic building is the old fort, and it's somewhere along this old Highway 91 in this area. I'm not sure if it's into Ivins or Santa Clara, but the old fort was washed away, so there's a monument there of where that used to be. So let's kind of move over here and look at Snow Canyon High School is right over the border in St. George, and next to it is Snow Canyon Middle School, and then also the Aquatic Center is right over there as well. And over here in St. George, they've got a lot of businesses right along the border there, where they have like grocery stores like Albertsons and Lynn's. There's fast food places like McDonald's and Wendy's and Arby's and all kinds of places. So there's lots of businesses really close right here. And this whole Sunset is filled with a variety of things. So very close and convenient. If you come up towards the top, you will find that here along Pioneer Parkway, that we have a Harmon's, Cafe Rio, Mobetta's, car wash is there. There's a hardware store right here. Absolutely love this hardware store. It's an Ace hardware store. It's called Bucks. It has this fun kids section and home decor. So it meets a lot of needs. If my kids have a last minute birthday party, this is a great place to go grab a gift. And I love wandering around and looking at their home decor. We also have a dollar store right here, and a few other restaurants and urgent care, and they're continuing to fill in this space with more businesses. So that's been fun. And sometimes there's a food truck in the parking lots of any of these areas here. We have a Mountain America Credit Union here. So we do have some businesses in Santa Clara, not tons, but we're super close to everything. So it's really not a big deal. This area up here is like the Santa Clara Heights area. A lot of people love living up there. It's an older neighborhood, so more mature trees, older homes. A lot of these on the outskirts have some really good views, either of the red rocks of Ivins or over the mountains over Santa Clara area. So very beautiful area. I always find the drive through Santa Clara, you're back from the red rock mountains of Ivins just enough to like really take in how majestic they are. So it's a beautiful drive all over town. So love that. And Santa Clara does have an elementary school that's right here. They have this awesome park over here. As you're coming kind of off the main road, you come up and this kind of winds through here, Crestview Drive, and you have a park here and then the elementary school there. And we also have Lava Ridge, which is over here by this park here. And this park has a playground and baseball, softball fields, as well as pickleball. It kind of gets crowded at times because we've got these resorts here. So if we have a whole lot of tourists in town at the time, this can be a little overrun, but other times there's plenty of space to play for the kids. So yeah, our current population is looking at 8,533, and the median price is 560,000. So there is actually quite a wide variety because we do have $1 million homes, and then we have some in kind of the 400s. So there is a variety there for different prices. I've had a lot of clients who specifically want to be in this area, and sometimes it just takes a little time because there's not as many homes on the market for us to find something for them. As promised, I'm going to show you where I go to get food when I am running behind. If you go over to the main street of St. George as you're coming in, and I think this shows up on the map, Lamy's Mexican food is one of my favorite places to go. The portions are large, so we can totally share. Our favorite thing is like the grilled chicken nachos. And so I can get 2 or 3 of those depending on how hungry everybody is and feed my family of 6. I actually just went there last night on my way home after a busy day, and we got 3 for our family of 6, and we didn't quite eat 2 of them. So there was like a whole one left over. So the portions are large, and I just find it really yummy. So if you're in the area, you can swing by there and get some food. We usually just take it home and split it up between everyone. So anyway, that's my tip for feeding your family almost on a budget, I guess. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is below, and I will talk to you soon.